Today we are playing A-Omnath Historic Brawl. So, if you've never played this card or never heard of it, where have you been? But this card essentially wants you to run lots of lands. And when we have lands into the battlefield, especially multiple, we get increasingly better effects. Um, so this deck is all about overwhelming your opponent with all the stuff you can do in one turn. We're running a lot of lands and a lot of landfall payoffs and some really funny cards that you can't really run in any other deck. But because this deck makes so much mana, we can steal all of our opponent's creatures and planeswalkers. So it can do a lot of different things and go in a lot of different directions. So let's just get into the game and I don't know what that's about. I don't know what I changed. But I know the original deck's good. So the hands we're looking for are basically, turn 1, 2, 3 ramp hands. We get to draw a card when we put Omnath in the battlefield, so getting Omnath out on curve is always good, but not always necessary. Especially in Historic Brawl, where sometimes, having a wash away or another kind of counter or removal spell is better than just running out your commander. This isn't actual commander where you have 4 other people or 3 other people, and your commander will live most of the time. Other people are gonna try to remove your commander right away, so especially if you're against a fairy. Oh, what a start. Alright, Teferi, huh? Disdainful Stroke's good. Brazen Borrows are also good. Druid class helps us ramp. I think this is a good hand. Minus Ulamog. I wish I could just trade this one card for something else. And the 2 lands is not great either, but we'll take it. See what happens. We either do okay or we fall behind super fast. Let's just get the Broker's Hideout out of the way, since we don't have a turn 1 play anyway. We have the Yavimaya Coast, so let's get... I don't have any... Wait. I don't have any basic... Oh, I see. It can't fetch a... In that case, let's get a Plains. I was looking for a mountain, because white is kind of the least color represented in this deck, but here we go. Easy. Let's not take the life right now if we don't have to. We could have done Yavimaya Coast and then this, which probably would have been better, but it's all good. Put you down. This is technically a land too, so let's put that over here. Keep that in the back of our minds. Let's set up. If they want to counter this, they can go ahead and counter it. Nope, no stick. They want to bounce it. Okay, well, I think we just run the land out. Probably should have done that in reverse order, but it is what it is. How is there no stick even though they had this up? It went right to the Druid class entering the battlefield. Kind of strange. So they probably have a counter. They definitely have this at flash speed. We don't have a land yet. So why don't we... Man, if this Cultivate gets countered, it's bad. Because then we don't hold up to Disdainful Stroke. We could Risen Reef, but that's even less. I just don't feel like they're going to counter Cultivate. Watch me be wrong, but it's sort of a bad play, really. You want to counter the things that... Yeah, and they didn't counter, which is smart by them. Okay, so what do we need? Definitely more green. And definitely more blue. So that's what we'll get. We need to put the card onto the battlefield. The other will go into my hand. So we need to put this on the battlefield. play this and pass. So they're going to flash out Brazen Borrower. That's fine. We could bounce it, but we're not going to. Time Warp. This would be pretty funny to Disdainful Stroke, because then they just Time Walk themselves. I don't know if that's worth it, because all they're getting in, like, the only advantage they get from this is 6 damage, right? Is that even worth it? Turn target non-land permanent. Maybe they don't have a land drop. Nah, I think we stroke this. That's a big L for them. And they're tapped out too. So attempt. Okay. Alright, well, we didn't get to do it, but my plan was to get A-Omnath out, then Thassa, maybe Risen Reef, then A-Omnath. I hadn't figured out quite yet, but there's a lot of stuff we could do from here. We have 6 lands. I don't really care about the Brazen Borrower. Definitely like running out Risen Reef, holding up Brazen Borrower to bounce the Teferi and time walk them again would be pretty funny. Which would give us a turn to A-Omnath. I think in general the best play here, because they can bounce whatever we do, so I think Risen Reef into Brazen Borrower bounce, and then the next turn go off is probably what we do. But they didn't want to stick around to find out. I don't blame them, because once you get to about 6-7 lands with this deck, crazy stuff starts happening. This is definitely one of the commanders that's in the quote-unquote hell queue. So you're gonna go against all the worst opponents like Teferi and Rusko and Golos. Golos is another one. So it's not exactly a mirror match, but it's kind of a mirror match. Ooh, Swords is good. Swords is good. This is all of our colors, so that's good. And the One Ring, so I think we keep. And Hydroid Krasis is pretty good too. Gains us life, draws us some cards. Kind of not good until you have a ton of mana to use it with. Okay, well. We would have ramped with them. Drop this turn 3, this turn 4. Their turn 5, Swords their commander, make them replay it. We have a bunch of card advantage. That would have been the general plan. I hope they eventually come out with a ranked queue for Historic Brawl. Because you get less of people scooping right away, because it would affect their rank. But I'm not sure they'll do that. They'll ever do that. If they don't ever, I mean, what I really want is for them to just put Commander on Arena. But, assuming that's a long ways away or maybe never even going to happen, they should at least make a ranked queue out of Historic Brawl. I think that would make it a really exciting format. Alright, let's see who we got. Atraxa. But this is... Oh, I can't remember which Atraxa. Is this the Proliferate Atraxa? Yes. Okay, so this is a... Well, it's probably a Planeswalker deck. Chant Creature. Well, these are good for us, but we don't really have anything to battle their stuff with. Sometimes this is just a +1/+1 counter type deck, or a poison deck, or maybe all of the above. It's hard to pick a hand that's generally good against all that, so this is pretty good, and it has all our colors, so can't complain. This is really good against their commander, so we will keep it. These are both pain lands, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. We gain a lot of life with this deck because the first landfall trigger gains you 4 life. So the pain lands and the pay for life stuff is not as big of a deal in this deck. Azusa. Let's just run. Do we have a turn 2 play? No. No. Let's just run that out. It is nice having all of our colors right off the bat. We just need one more land. Or I guess a couple more lands, but you know, one more land to get to the One Ring. Yeah? Okay, so maybe this is a creature deck. First one count on each creature. Oh no, and Planeswalker. Okay, so we still don't know. It could be any of them. Do we have any double color stuff? What is this? Red and green? I think we have more. We don't have a single red card in our hand. So we're going to go green here. And let's just run out Azusa, which is sad Azusa, no other lands to play, but better to have it on the battlefield than not at all. It'd be really great if we got a land. We drew a land, we could play the One Ring, and then I think we're good. If they play the commander here, I'm going to Witness Protection it next turn. But I'd still like to draw a land. Or a ramp spell would be cool too, like a rampant growth or something like that, because we could rampant growth and Witness Protection. Alright, so it's a Planeswalker deck.
Watch out. These woods.
We're gonna... Oh, I don't know this one. Alchemy cards. Cool. Just... Card advantage, card advantage. That would be good in my deck. Okay, so we got the land. Do we just... What do we do? We can't attack this. What's this? It's going to trigger you control, get plus and gain trample. Okay, we're not really worried about that right now, so that's not an ultimate that scares me at the moment. I really want to save this for the commander. I think it's just the One Ring, honestly. I mean, how could it not be, right? It's the best card in our hand. It's indestructible. I mean, you know, they have white, so they could exile target permanent or, you know, have stuff like that. But I don't think they have too many copies of that in their deck. We do have a Field of Ruin. So they could get rid of one of our colors.
The trail is fresh.
But I think we have basics for all our colors, so it wouldn't really matter. It would just suck to, like... We don't have a backup for blue, red, or white. So if they get rid of either of these, it puts us in a bind. Cleansing Nova might be coming down. Yeah? I think they're thinking what I'm thinking. What? Oh, because these are pain land? Oh, that wasn't the play, opponent. That was the wrong choice. Now this kind of helps us. So we already have double green. So let's start some backups. Let's get a blue source. I'm not sure why they did that. I'm not sure why they did that in their main phase either. Kind of strange. I have protection from everything. No blocks. I love the sound it makes. It's like... it's usually not that sound. It's usually like dink. They really like emphasize that, like, why are you attacking? I guess it's vigilant, so it doesn't matter, but... Alright. Close encounters. Oh yeah, this lets us draw now, too. Wow, what a weird decision from the opponent. Oh, Scoot Swarm. We don't have any lands, though. We need more lands. We need more lands. I think we're just taking a draw here. Alright, cool. Cool. We can put this down. Oh, and we have Azusa, so we can put this down too. Oh, I should have done Scoot Swarm into that. Man, too much stuff to think about. Okay, well, yeah, I think we just run you out. You gonna counter it? You do have blue up. Alright. Take action. That's fine. Maybe I should have grabbed white. It's okay. We'll draw into white. Draw into white. We need to get rid of this thing though. That thing is bad news. Is it a Sultai? No, it's a Bant. Bant enchantment, that makes sense. So we're probably taking a lot of damage here. I might block with Azusa. She's kind of already done her thing. But she's just so good with our commander. They're gonna get a land. Okay. Is this end step? Yeah. Okay. So we could at least block the pup with Azusa. I mean, it only saves us 1 damage, but I mean, you know.
I speak for the wilds. I can handle the wilds just fine.
They have no mana up, so I don't think there's any trick here. So, yeah, I block your pup. My turn. White mana would be really cool. Not white mana. Definitely misplayed a lot this game. I could get a plains here. I might just have to, huh? Well, I could Scoot Swarm, make a bunch of Scoot Swarms, right? Do that. Let's do that. Nothing else, they're blockers. Nothing here has trample. Except he could give it trample. I think I might have just misplayed my way out of this game. Maybe not. Put it onto the battlefield and search for a basic land card from the battlefield. So it comes in untapped. Go ahead and do that. Get an island. Uh-huh. And then we have Ulamog next turn. We have 15 Scoot Swarms, so even with the trample, I don't think they can kill me here. This is until end of turn, so we just gotta survive this turn if they choose to ultimate. Okay. Is it haste? It's not. Okay. Oh yeah, then 3/3. That was good. That was good, that was good. But it's still only 9 damage, which doesn't kill me. Huh? Unless they... Okay. Oh, they can't do it now. They're in combat. It's too late for the overrun. Alright. I think we survived. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need one more land for Ulamog. This is a weird deck. Okay. So. We have to be careful with the One Ring because of life. So we could Cleansing Nova. Oh no, we would need to draw first. Okay, so we have a lot of blue, so let's draw first. Draw 4 cards. And hopefully don't die. No land! Oh, although Mirari's awake. No lands, oh man. Oh, Escape Shift though. Yeah. Man, if only we had a, Do they come in tapped? They do come in tapped. I don't know if there's a way out of this except for just cleansing. Yeah, I think this is our only choice. Wait, no. First, next. Attack all. You don't have enough blockers, so some of these are getting through. You might, I was gonna say, you might as well block with your dude so you gain 8 life. Okay, so it's kind of a wash. Wait, nope, cancel. We only have 1 land though, so I don't, yeah. Let's Cleansing Nova. Auto play. And then I think we die on our upkeep. Of anything that gains me life. Anything that gains me life. Yeah. Don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, man. Well, we died to One Ring, so let's just move on to the next game. I definitely misplayed that a lot. There was a lot of landfall triggers I missed. It's one thing to, if you ever play this deck, to keep in mind. There's just a lot happening. A lot of different decisions to make. After a couple games you get used to it. But it's always weird playing a different deck and then coming and playing this one. So we got Ashiok. So they're going to exile all our stuff. I wish this was for Planeswalkers too. This is generally good because it makes the board wide. But we don't have white in our hand. We can get white with Beanstalk Giant. Yeah, I think we keep. That comes in play tapped. It's a good card, but not really on turn 1. Okay. Yeah. Let's get... Oh, green, huh? We have green there. What is this? 2 or more. Okay. Oop, I missed. I did the wrong one. Whatever. It doesn't change our plans. We were gonna turn 3. Discard 2 cards. Okay. Well, you gotta go, and you're not good in this matchup. Oh, we got the white. Okay. Well, let's still ramp. I guess more green, because we have everything else. Maybe it should have been a white so I could... Yeah. Should have been a white so that I could play this and then Landfall trigger into it. Okay. This guy's gonna steal our stuff. Was it the top 3 cards? So they get to choose one of them. The other 2 go in our graveyard. I wonder if it's a land. Dark Ritual into Ashiok? No, Key of the Archive. It's a good card. Another alchemy staple. I don't know how you guys feel about alchemy cards. I don't dislike the idea of alchemy. I just don't like that it's in Historic Brawl. I wish it was in its own queue, like permanently in its own queue. I think we just, because this will counter Ashiok, right? Yeah, spell. Okay, so we can get 2 landfall triggers here, which is great. So let's get. We need more of these. Oh, I didn't realize they only had 3 lands. That's why they did the Key to the Archive. That's why they did that. Yeah, take my next best thing. They might be stealing some of my lands. That's, I mean, at this point, if they don't got lands in hand, that's what I would do. But that also means these are all spells. Let's see. 2 more lands. That's a problem we'll have to deal with. But it actually kind of helps us, because if we get multiple landfall triggers, if we play a land, it bounces it back to our hand. So I'm actually okay with that. They probably feel good about this, but it only, if they put this down on turn 2, that would have been bad. But with me already, you know, with the 7 lands, it's not as bad. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a fate or time counter on as foretold. Once each turn, you may pay 0 other than. Oh, okay, that takes a while. This isn't a proliferate deck, so this is gonna take forever to pay off. And there we go, we got an answer. I think this is a bigger problem than this, honestly, and we get two attempts with this guy. So let's play another mountain. Let's make these boys big. They're tapped out, so let's play A-Omnath. Nice. So I think this bounces back to our hand. We get to choose. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's do this. I mean, we can do Tyrant Sanctum. That's fine. So you see what I mean? Like, this actually kind of helps us now, because when we play an extra land, not our first land drop, but our second and third and beyond land drops, they still trigger our landfall, but the lands come back to our hand, so we don't ramp as hard, but we still get the triggers. And in a situation where you run out of lands, it's actually kind of good for us. They'll probably do Ashiok here. I didn't think about that, but you know, it's not really a great play for them, because it's just going to get attacked down. They can't get rid of everything. Okay, so they're gonna clear the board. That's fine. That's totally fine. Let's... I think it's important that we get rid of this. And I know it gives them a land, which is just so unfortunate, but it's going to give them 3 spells, which is just bad. We could also bounce it. So this, yeah, let's bounce it. That resets the clock on it. This draws us a card. We have an island down, right? Yeah, so we can play Castle Lantern. Let's create multiple threats. And we can do this at instant speed and this at instant speed. So let's see what they do. You know, once you get to two counters and up, it starts to get bad because most removal spells are 2 mana. But if they choose to use the free casting trigger to remove my commander and then I counter their commander. Huh. Okay. Resolves. So that wasn't the free casting cost. Because they can only do 2 and below, right? So that's the free one? Alchemy cards. Sorry, it's gonna be a common groan that you hear. The other thing is too is they're not real cards, so I don't know what any of these things do. Enters the battlefield or attacks. Exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If this card is exiled this way, you may conjure a duplicate of that card into the top 5 cards of your library at random. Okay, so they get a Cleansing Nova in their top 5. Seems pretty good. So But wait, do they have to spend white mana to cast it? Oh, I guess they can, huh, with that. Gix. Okay. Let's go to their end step and bounce as foretold. We can play our commander again. Oh my goodness. Do we have? We do. So we can. Yeah. They're low on cards too. Let's shock this in. Let's not attack. Is it attack or deal combat damage? We don't want them combat damage. We don't want them drawing cards. I really hope the Cleansing Nova isn't the top card of their library. That would be so unfortunate. Just play Ashiok. Come on. You have a board now. Just play Ashiok. It's just one little blue mana. Fast as Contempt. Okay. They do not want to play their commander. They are... Oh, it's whenever it attacks too. This is stupid busted. For 2 mana. Oh, the and Menace. Oh, and Menace. Right, of course. Why not? Alright. I think we get some card advantage. What does this do against sacrifice lands? Put them into your battle with a tap. Then shuffle if you control creature power forward. Instead, search your library for up to 3 basic lands. So we want to wait on that one. Do we have any other? We don't have any other payoffs right now. I think this is good. We should do this. Get our extra land drops. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Confounding Conundrum. Let's make another creature. And we can flash in Brazen Borrower. We'll pass. We just don't want them drawing cards. It's good that they're low on cards right now. They could flip it if they want. The issue that I think they're dealing with is I just have so many cards. So it's tough for them to pick exactly what they should do. They haven't played their commander once. They don't have a great attack. I gotta be careful of this with, oh, they flip it. Where is it? Dire Strain Rampage, because it can exile it. Okay. This is my card, isn't it? That they exiled a long time ago? I wonder what it is. Now they could have a counter, and they don't. That's where this gets tricky too. They could cast a counter spell for free. That would be bad. Don't time out on me. You gonna Cleansing Nova? Nope, you don't have the mana for that. Target opponent exiles an enchantment they control. So it's gotta be one of these two. Resolve. I think this has done the job. Would you like to attack? No. Okay, so we once upon a time. Oh, that would be so nice. Ruin Crab's also good. Let's take the big payoff. They are so low on cards. Oh, that'd be funny. That would be really funny. That's all of our mana. Man, what a bummer. Okay, but we could play Beanstalk Giant and then play that, right? Yeah. We could undo Inversion and really mess them up. They only have 1 mana. So it's unlikely they have a counter spell. But then we sort of lose all this. This is all going away this turn. The stuff that's exiled. Not these two, but these 3. So we kind of want to use them if we can. How much does undo Inversion take? Basically everything. Okay. It is an island, and this is a island. Okay, so let's... Oh my goodness. Don't time out on me, game. Actually, ZZ. Z. I get cards too if I attack. Don't I? Whenever? Oh, one of your opponents. Whatever. Okay, so we're going to white, white, and then we're gonna get a green. Right? No. Control Z. Where is my green mana? It's mountain. Add green, right? No? Where's my green mana? Green mana, this one. Okay, white. Add white. Add white. Add white. Add white. Yeah, that's 7. So that really sets them back. And then I think we... do this. This gives us long-term card advantage. I'm not going to be able to play whatever this spell is, but it will do damage to them. Alright, and then next turn we have Hydroid Krasis to draw a bunch of cards. You see, like, what are they even going to exile here? They're not. They're going to make a Nightmare. Okay. Alright, we could play my commander. Play Omnath. Or we could just Hydroid Krasis. They could return it to my hand. Do they really want to do that? Yeah, why don't you return this to my hand? So, we do 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We could do it for 10. Round down. Okay. Yeah. I'll draw 5. Gain 5 life. Put a 10-10 on the battlefield. Seems good to me. So they could put this back in my hand, which would just make me so happy. I think they have to do that. Unless they got a removal spell. So it's put back in my hand, then I have to exile a card from my hand, which is no big deal. We'll just exile this land or something. Very. Okay. Draw a discard. I think they have to get rid of this. 2 hits from this and they're dead. Yeah. They definitely don't want to do that, but they have to do that. Let's get rid of this Into the North. It's a little bit late in the game for it.
Recoil to the recess of your mind.
Ashiok has such cool voiceover. Acting. Alright, another land. Do we just start doing the stuff? How do we do this? I think the way that we handle this is we try to put as many lands into play as possible. So let's... and make Scoot Swarm wide. It's something that their deck has a really hard time dealing with unless they have a board wipe. That would have been really nice. You may then put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. We have a land. We'll do that. Oh nice, we can just get rid of Ashiok here. Although it kind of resets it, so I'm not sure I want to do that. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Data. You may put a land card from your hand. Yeah, we're gonna lose this, so we could just copy. We have 1 timeout, so we gotta think fast. Beanstalk Giant would be good. We're not gonna lose that. We are gonna lose this. Can we double spell something? I think, right? Yeah. Let's just kill Ashiok. Let's just kill Ashiok. 1, 2, 3. Target player. Auto pay. Ooh.
Never forget my voice.
Discard a card. I think you can go. Yep. Got my 1 ring. That's okay. I think we're good on cards. I think we're doing all right. I think we're doing all right. top 4. Sure. These are all copies though, so it doesn't really matter if you get rid of one of them. But you go ahead. They can't replay Ashiok this turn. Okay. Get rid of that thing. Would you like to remove one of my scoots? This is a sorcerer, you can't do it at instant speed. Is it 3 or greater? Yeah, so they have to do this one, because it's 3 or greater. Oh, they took my Shatterskull Smashing. I was like, wait, what? I was very confused. Alright. Can I do both? Can I do this and Genesis Ultimatum? 1, 2... No, I can't. We could blow up their land. I mean, this is probably the right play, just because of the long-term... like the amount of 4/4s we're gonna get. Let's get rid of this, because it's the only thing keeping them in the game right now. Let's Tatiova. Yeah, we'll pay that. We get a land. Time Warp? You don't say. Yeah, I thought that might do it. That was a long game. It's a hard-fought battle by our opponent, so appreciate them sticking it out with me. But we just like created card advantage from everywhere. Like everything we did created card advantage. And what I was trying to do was get Omnath on the field and then Genesis Ultimatum, because that gets stupid. That basically triggers all modes of Omnath, gives us 4 mana back. We could, you know, do all sorts of crazy stuff from there. We can Uro. I mean, they have 2 cards in hand, one of which is, you know, an exile effect for one thing. But if we just overwhelm them with a bunch of stuff, they're not going to be able to handle it all. And then, on my next upkeep, this is going to make a bunch of 4/4s. Let's see how many it would have made. 4, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 16. So, you know, would have made us at least, you know, 7, probably more, because we have lands in our hand. Oh yeah, and oh, I think we already hit that. Oh no, we were about to hit that. So we would have pulled a land from their graveyard. So it would have given us another one. So we would have had like 7 or 8 4/4s, plus all the stuff I just mentioned. So yeah, we were going to drown them in value. And that's kind of what this deck does. It drowns people in value. It's definitely one of the more fun decks to play. I'm not usually the kind of person that likes playing value pile decks. But this is one of the ones I really enjoy playing. I actually own it in paper. You know, commander version of it, but it's one of those decks that I can't play at every table. I have to be very selective. So if the table is green to all use like higher powered decks, then I can break out Omnath, because you know, it'll be like turn 7 and you have you know, 16 lands and 20 triggers, and it's a lot. So these are cool cards, but they are very slow. So we will re-mulligan that away. Who is this? Sithis. Angelic Purge. I'm not sure why this is in the deck. I think that might be a misclick. We can bounce their Sithis. We go first too, which is nice. We'll do that one first because I'm not sure we're going to draw a third land. Solemn. This draws us a card, so we're just going to do it now. That's the opposite of what I wanted. I love this card, but it always seems to show up when I least need it. Alright, cool, we got a land. We got there. Let's play you tapped. And... no, let's just do it now. Let's not give them the chance. Because green has a lot of hexproof effects. So let's not give them the chance to wreck us, because if they did that and we didn't have a target, this would also not allow us to cast the Adventure Side. We'd go straight to our graveyard. Don't want to risk it. Good cycle, Migration Path. We don't really need to worry about this, so we could just Angelic Purge their commander. It's a weird play, but I think we do it. Because this is not a deck that ramps typically. Typically all of their value comes from enchantments. And then drawing cards off of those enchantments. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of this. The best way to defeat this deck is just to kill Sithis over and over and over again, because that's their whole draw engine. Nice, we draw a land. We don't... Oh, wait. No. No, we can't. I was like, could we steal Sithis? That would be hilarious. Let's just keep ramping. We need a mana fix, too. We need a mountain. It's going to give him one turn of Sithis nonsense. But if we draw another land, we can actually yoink their Sithis, which would be very funny. Wouldn't really help us that much. I don't think we have too many enchantments to take advantage of that. We could also double Migration Path. Okay, sure. Oh, Audacity. Lotus Cobra is good. I think we just A-Omnath here. They already used their Touch the Spirit Realm. Perfect. Now they run a million of these enchantment removal type effects, so it's not going to be surprising if they just do another one of these to my Omnath. But I think that was the play. Okay. Looks like they don't have one. Because the 2 mana versions of these are... What is this? Oh, that's pretty good. Are you... Huh? Oh, I see. No blocks. This deck gains a lot of life. I'm not worried about life. Aha! Well, that's a great draw. I could also start stealing their stuff. What would be the best thing to steal? These are all value pieces. Stealing their commander would be absolutely hilarious, but I think we bounce their commander and take an extra turn. I think that's what we gotta do here. We could also do this. Was it non-land permanent? Yeah, we could have also done that. No attacks. Dang, I was hoping we drew a land. Let's Migration Path, because it's 2 basics, right? And then we'll get the mana back. And then we can do a even funnier mass manipulation later on, once they put their commander back out. Oh, I should have done this first. Oh, I could have. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. That probably would have been the right play. It's all good, all good. We know how to play this game. Okay, not the greatest, but not bad. So now we have 9. If we get another land, we can yoink 2 creatures. 2 creatures, right? No, 3 creatures. Exile target creature and opponent. Sure. It's always strange to me when they remove the commander. I mean, I can just replay it. That's okay. Is that their only choice? Yeah, I guess it was their only choice. Yep, take the 5. Yeah, I think you did your job. I don't want to take 6. Escape Shift, we can save that for later. We didn't get another land, so we can only yoink 2 things. So what would be the best 2 things to yoink? I think... Pay for 2. I think these 2 would be the best 2 to take. Ah! Oh, wrecked. Oh. I have never seen that mode actually matter. That's hilarious. Right into that too, face up play. I think I should just shame scoop. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna shame scoop. Oh, wow. What a way to end the episode. Well, that's the deck. Don't mass manipulation into your opponent's enchantment that gives them all their permanents back. I think that's the lesson we learned today. Alright,